Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Believe it or not, I can, with a small amount of initial assistance, flip a 450-pound tire. How is that possible, you ask? I have been an avid weightlifter for about 10 years. I've always been athletic, but I never considered lifting weights until my husband came along. He's an avid weightlifter. Some of the common hurdles that females experience while going into the gym are intimidation and the fear of getting too big. Many people feel intimidated because they don't know what to do. They feel others are watching, and somehow they have to compete with all the people around them. It's hard to enter a gym, especially when there are a lot of large, muscular people there, and you feel like everyone's watching you and passing judgment on you. Before you enter the gym, it's best to consult with somebody who knows a thing or two about weightlifting. It might be smart to hire a personal trainer for a few sessions. They can steer you in the right direction and get you started and reduce that intimidation factor. Many say, I don't want to spend the money on a personal trainer. I believe it's money well spent. There are many people who just start picking up weights and doing exercises. They do what they think, yet they get very frustrated when they don't make the gains that they expect. They don't lose weight, they don't increase their muscle mass, they get frustrated, and then they quit. If you have somebody steering you in the right direction, this will be eliminated. I was very fortunate to have somebody, my husband, help me become comfortable and steer me in the right direction. There are a few things that I've learned over the years. They have helped me make more personal gains. The first is, you make more gains if you work muscles in combination with each other. We call these compound exercises. For example, if you decide to work out your shoulders, one exercise might be a shoulder shrug. So you would pick up 2 dumbbells, kind of like this, and you'd shrug your shoulders, and you'd be working out this muscle right here. Now that's only one muscle. A better choice would be to do a deadlift. Now this is where you put a barbell in front of your feet, you bend over, grip it, and pick it up. Now in this way, you'd be using all of your shoulder muscles, all of your back muscles, which is a huge muscle group, as well as your glutes, which is your butt. The second thing is to work until what is called failure. This is the point where you can't lift that weight anymore. Now it's a good idea to select a weight that you can do 8 to 10 repetitions fairly comfortably. However, you want to make that last rep a failure, meaning you can't do it. Now this will tax your muscles, and that will force your muscles to grow. The third thing is that you need to change up your exercise routine. If you go into the gym and do the same thing every single time, your body gets used to it. It won't make any progress. If you consult with a personal trainer, they will show you many different exercises for the same muscle. And then you can change up your routine, and then you will continue to grow and you won't become stagnant in your workout. So that brings us to the I don't want to get too big comment. Many women fear that they will end up with the deep voice, the square jawline, the enormous muscles, and lose other female characteristics, especially when they're trying to compare themselves to people they see on TV or people that they might see in bodybuilding magazines. I've made that comment on a few occasions in the past. However, my husband explained to me, and he's been a weightlifter since 1995, that this is just not possible. The only way a woman, and even a man, can get to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, maybe not current Arnold Schwarzenegger, but in the 1980s, is to use anabolic steroids. The word anabolic means to build up, as in the buildup of muscle tissue. These are steroids that are very similar to testosterone. Now, testosterone is a hormone that's responsible for hair growth, is responsible for muscle growth, and is responsible for vocal cord development. Now, both males and females have testosterone, but it makes sense that males have more because they have more hair, they have a deeper voice, and they are able to build muscle a little bit quicker. if you wanted to produce more muscle, it would make sense that you would just increase your testosterone, and that's why bodybuilders inject testosterone-like substances into their bodies. Now, you can't just inject this stuff and sit there and expect to just poof, become big. You still have to work out pretty significantly. To give these bodybuilders some credit, because a lot of people think this is cheating, they still have to work out very hard. And when you lift weights, your muscle tissue gets damaged, and then your body will repair it. What testosterone does, or what anabolic steroids do, is they speed up that repairing process. So it gets these folks into the gym faster so they can continue to cycle and build up muscle at a faster pace than the average person who does not use steroids. Now, getting back to the 450-pound tire. Well, that sounds impressive, but you can clearly see that I don't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't take steroids, so I'm never going to look like him. But I still do. Over the years, I have learned that there are many benefits to lifting weights. Studies have shown that it lowers your heart rate, lowers your blood pressure, and reduces stress, which is known as the silent killer. Your heart is a muscle, so if you work it, it will become stronger, so it has to work a little bit less to pump your blood. The most interesting thing that I've learned, however, is that you will only increase bone mass if you put a stress on your bone. Or what would do this? Lifting weights. Lifting weights pulls at your tendons. Now, tendons are the parts of your body that connect your muscles with your bone. So if there's a stress on your tendon, the tendon pulls the bone, and then in response, the body will produce more bone cells to make your bones more dense. Makes sense. So you can drink all the milk you want, take all the calcium supplements you want, you can take medications like Fosamax or Boniva, but unless your body has a need for that calcium, that calcium is just going to go into your body and be excreted. So your body, if you are working out, you will produce a need for this calcium, and then your bone will be laid down a little bit bigger. All of these things considered, I'm pleased with the gains that I've made through my working out process. I'm currently participating in a strongman type workout. A local strongman, who happens to be one of my friends, this is like one of the guys you see on TV pulling cars. He has a group of us over at his house a few times a week, and he is putting us through the program that he uses to train for his competitions. This is where the tire comes in. I have successfully flipped the tire 5 times down the street, and I'm going for 6 on Sunday. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Could I please have 1 minute on the clock so you guys can write a little note to Patty for some feedback?